Hello everybody, welcome back to Emmy's Creative Corner, and I'm going to show you how to make a wreath. And these are the items that you're going to need. Need a 14-inch ring. I got this at the dollar store, and this is actually my mat that I got at the dollar store too, so it's easy for me to measure. And after you've got done measuring out your mesh here, cut out 6 inches of orange really quickly here, and I'm going to show you how we put it together. So you've got your 3 colors, and I've got a bunch here that I cut out the other night, so I'm just going to take one of those. So the other thing I do is I cut out a bunch, and basically what I've done is I've made a whole bag of them in here, and then I did the same with the ribbon. Here is one with the ribbon, and here's the other one with the ribbon. And I'm going to make a bunch of them at a time, that way I can just grab one and put it on, and so that's how I'm going to do that for you today. And so I'm going to take and put these 3 together. So once you have everything put together, you're going to roll these. So we're going to take this first. Well, actually I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to roll it that, and you've got it here. You're going to put it between your fingers. I usually put it between the index finger and the middle finger, and I put it there. That's just easier for me. I'm going to take the white one, and I'm going to roll that one. If you can hear the cars go by, I do have my window open. It is a hot day today. So there, I've rolled the second one. And I don't worry about the fray too much, because usually it's going to be hidden in the wreath, and you're not going to see a lot of it. And then I do the third one. You roll it as tight as you can, hold it together, and put it there. So I have just made another one of the 3 little mesh bows, or whatever you want to call them. So if you see what I did there, I put this wire and I put it around the middle, and I pull it this way first, and then I take these 2, I take it with my fingers like this. I put my fingers, so I've got it like this. Then I take one finger here and my thumb here, and I pull it this way so that it's all tight, and then I twist like that, and I twist twice, and then I've got a bow. So that's how I make all of the ones that I had showed you that I put in here, and I just put them in here. Now we're going to do the one with the bow. So I have already got the pre-cut here, and the rest of the roll here. I'm going to cut that to about here. have those. I'll show you how to do the bow. So I just got the regular bow I got at the dollar store again, and I measure out on this little thing here. It's 8 inches, and so I usually do my bows 8 inches. So here we go, 8 inches here. And we have that. And those are a little trick that I do to cut these. I fold it like this, end to end here. And I cut this way. So I start on the folded edge and I cut towards the outer edge. And I cut this way. Now if you were to cut it this way, it's going to make a completely different look. We want to do it this way. So we want to cut from the folded edge to the outer point, just like that. You see? There we go. Now you're not having to cut that way and cut that way. You've already done it. So I'm going to do the other side. Cut. There we go. There we are. And then we have our bow. So I'm going to show you how I put all of these together. I take the pipe cleaner. Now you can use the whole thing if you want to. I just think it's kind of a waste to do that. I usually use 2 of these, or 1 of these, and I cut it in half basically. And so I cut it in half, and I have wire. I already have wire cutters for my jewelry, making jewelry, so I just use that, snip it in half, and now I have 2, and they're perfect to use. Sometimes, depending on the project, I will fold this in half and cut it again and use it for something else, but that's in another project. We can talk about that later. And then I start with the orange. And like last time, you hold it with your 2 fingers. Then I use the white. I just prefer to put the white in the middle. So roll it. There we go. Roll it again. Okay, and so I have them again, and then I take the bow, and this has, I use this bow instead of the checkered one, because the checkered one you can't tell on which side it is, but this one you can, which is why I'm using this one to show you. And you take this and you just center it between your fingers like that, and you hold on to it. And then you can just maybe push down on the side. Sometimes I do that, where I just kind of push down in the center a little bit. And then I take my thread, do like I did last time, and then with my index finger and my thumb, I pull it forward like this, and I twist 1, 2, and now you have a bow. And of course I fluff it. You can fluff it however you want. There we go. There. And then we have another one. And I have been working on these. So I have a whole mess of them that I've started. And you're going to need to make at least 10 of each. So 10 of this and 10 of this. Might need more depending on your design. Okay, I wanted to show you how I did the ribbon with this ribbon, because I don't think that I mentioned anything like that. So a little trick that I do is I take both of these and I put them together and then I roll them out and I cut out 6 inches, and I do it together. It just makes it easier for me to cut everything. And so I cut these, and then my pre-made cut mesh that I had for one of these rolls, and I just used 1 extra roll of these. So we need 2 of these. So I've already gone through 1 roll with the bow ties. So this is my second roll that I'm using. So you have these and you roll them up just like you would the other ones. And I'm going to get out another one of these. I think I showed you previously that I measured this out and I cut right here. And I think that the last time I showed you, I actually used the wrong colors, but you're not going to see that in the wreath. But I actually I'm using these together with this. But I think I believe I had showed you previously that I was using these, and that's not. But if you want to do them this way, you definitely can do that. You know, you can choose however many different ways you want to use these colors. Just know that 1 roll of this is usually equal to the two sections on the wreath for a 14-inch. So I'm going to cut this really fast because I know this is going to go on this particular bow. And I'm going to do 1 of these first. And I intermix and mix mash. I don't really have an order in which to roll these particular ones. And then I have 1, and then I roll 1 of these. And then I roll this. I put the 3 together, and then I take my bow, I put that together like I did before, and I take my pipe, push it through. Remember, taking my fingers, I pull that tight and snug, and I twist 2 times, and then you have your cute little bow. And how it goes. Okay. probably have them all cut out if you're like me, or you could go as you, or you could cut out as you go. With the wreath that we're going to make, we're going to use these two rings right here in the middle. Okay? And one of the reasons why you don't want to cut this in half again and just use that is because you're not going to have enough to stretch. So we're going to use these, a half of a pipe cleaner, and we're going to take our first bow, which I've already made a bunch of these, and then we're going to stick them on. Find a starting point, and we do here, and we start to twist, stick it on, and then twist onto here like that, and then you have your first bow. And it'll fluff up like that, however you want it. And then, now with the other one, I did just a bunch of these, and then I did one like this, and then I did one with all stripe, and then I did one with the bow. But this time around, because I thought that there was too much of the stripe and too much orange and there wasn't enough light in it, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do two of these and then a bow, and then two of these and then a bow. So that's how I'm going to do it this time. One of the wreaths I didn't do with that. I did the multi, I did an orange, and then I did a multi with the bow that I showed you how to do. So I did a multi, I did a solid orange, I did 3 orange colors, and then I did the bow. But this time around, I'm going to do just multicolor and a bow. So I'm going to do 2 multicolors and then a bow, 2 multicolors and then a bow, 2 multicolors and then a bow. And I'm going to alternate the bows. So I'm going to do another multicolor. So you can intermix and change whatever colors you want them to be. And you get about, I would say about 10 of these per ring. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and then it'll come all out and it'll look really, really good. So then I have the one with the bow, and pull that out. And then we're going to do I'm going to do this one. I'm going to tie it. And they're going to move around a little bit, but as you add more bows, they're not going to move around as much, so it'll be easier. And so, there we go. We have a little bow again. I'm going to have 2 more of these. And I actually fluff it later. I don't worry about the fluffing until I've got one completely on, and then I start fluffing. And it is a little awkward to try and get them on there at first, but after a while you'll get the hang of it. And you just twist, and you see that it's starting to come together. And we have the bow here. Go. And then, because I had the autumn one last time, I'm actually going to do the checkered one this time. And we'll put it on. twist. There we go. And you can see that it's starting to come together and look really cute. And I like how it has more of the white in it than the last one. So this one will look a little bit different. In comparison, see if you can see how much different they'll be. It'll be brighter. This one's going to be brighter and have more white, whereas this one has more orange and red. But this one's going to be brighter. And so that's kind of where I came up with that. Okay, so I'm going to finish getting this done. This bag here is one roll each of these at 6 inches. So I did 6 inches on all 3 of these, and I will let you know how far I can go with one of these. I think, and that is I think why we need 3 of these of each, because you have one for here, one for here, and one for here. So that's why you need 3 of these each. Okay, so we have the wreath finished. I kind of like how it's turned out. You can fluff this if you want to. A little disclaimer, my window is open, so you might hear people across the street, so bear with me on the noise. But we'll just, you know, kind of go through your wreath and pull stuff out, make it look more presentable. Something I noticed though is this orange doesn't show up as much, and I wanted it to be less orangey so those leaves would show up, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So in my opinion, if you wanted to make another one of these wreaths, or if you wanted to choose your colors, what I would do is do less orange, more white maybe, and maybe that'll show up. That's why I did the white compared to the other one. Let me go get it. Compared to this one, where, you know, got the scarecrow, and more of the ribbon shows through, but and it has a little white. I like this one, and I kind of like this one too. Now with this one, we're going to do it a little different. Like this one has the little pumpkins, so if you want to do the pumpkins, I basically just took some leaves, clipped them, and then I hot glued everything in there, and then I put the flowers on top. I'm going to do slightly differently this time with this particular wreath. Flowers like these that I got at the dollar store, and I clipped them and I put them up here. That's how I did this wreath here. So I'm going to do, oh, and I forgot, I got these cute little pumpkins, but I don't think that they go very well with the colors that I've chose, whereas I think they would go better with this one, but I don't think they go as well with this one. So I'm going to try something different. So that guy goes really well. Now, something I did differently with this one, I actually cut off this part, or pulled it out, and I stuck some piping inside, and then I tied it down. But this one, I think I'm going to do it differently this time and see how it works. I haven't tried it, so this is the first time trying it, but I thought maybe what I would do instead is find a hole, poke him down in there, see how he, poke him down in there like that, and then take some hot glue. I think I like it that way better, and he's more secure that way. He looks cute. Oh, he looks cute. And then take some of this, actually, rather than even getting pipe cleaner, you could probably try and tie it on the back here before we finish. Kind of secure him. And you just kind of pull that back, tie that around, secure him a little bit more. I will cut this wood off. No. Oh, it did. It worked. Okay. So my scissors worked. So it just kind of snapped off. I'm going to save these. You never know if you're going to need more of these pieces. So I do save my art pieces and stuff. So I'm going to warm my hot glue gun up. Glue right here. Glue all this together. Hopefully he won't fall off. Okay. Alright, so we'll let that set. I wanted to mention that I know that most of the time, probably I don't know, these poke out and they can kind of get you a little bit. So, and it's hard to fold them all down. And I've come up with a solution. This is optional. You don't have to do this. You can just press this pipe cleaner down into your fluffy bows and get them out of the way if you want to do it that way, and just keep it that way. But something that I thought worked kind of well with my other one, I just use the ribbon that I use on the wreath. And it looks messy, but no one's going to see the back of it. You're basically wanting to show the front. And I just hot glued the back here so that when you're picking up the wreath, you're not going to get poked by all those pipe cleaners. And it looks kind of nice. I am going to do that in the end. And I'm just going to use the remaining of what I have for this wreath. That's what I'm going to do with the back here, is just put ribbon on. But first we're going to put him together, and we're going to find something that works for him. That looks kind of cool, so I think I'll use something here for that. And I also thought maybe a leaf on top. That looks cute. I'm going to try the other colors too. So let's see, we have that color. That's too bright. Actually, that works, I think. Well, I don't know. It might need... It's hard to see though, isn't it? I think I like the darker one better. What do you think? Or, oh, how about that? Okay, that looks cute. And maybe wire cutters. What about something like that? Oh, okay, yeah, I like that. There we go. I think I'm going to do that. What do you think? Yep. So, let's see. I think I'm going to take my hot glue gun. You've got these little clips on the back, which kind of helps keeping it there. So I'm just going to clip one on that side. I'm going to use my little clip. Find something to clip on this side. There we go. And I am going to use hot glue gun to keep those in place. And then I'm going to take this. I'm going to take the glue gun again, and I want to lay some of these down. I don't want it to be popping up, so I'm going to take, and be careful when you're using hot glue gun because you can always burn fingers. There's always that chance. And I'm going to take and hot glue gun the back of this so that it can stay down a little bit too. Ooh, it's steaming. There we go. And I'm going to put glue in there just to kind of hold it down. Cute. Cute. I love it. Alright, so now we want to reinforce down here. Right here. Let that dry. And then take your wire cutters and simply cut. Woo! There it goes. And there's the wreath. It's so pretty. I love it. I don't think I need to add anything more down here. I think I like it just the way it is. Yeah, I think that looks really pretty. Now we're going to do the back. And I basically, this is optional. You don't have to do this. This is just for myself. And I want to just put glue all the way around this. Because personally, I don't want all those things poking around. So I started with this. Careful not to burn yourself because the glue is hot. There's your cute little wreath. So I hope you like this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit the like and subscribe button, and that would be much appreciated. I hope that you have a wonderful day, everybody, and until the next project, I'll see you around. Bye-bye.